Nano Dimension just dropped a huge announcement. Let's go over these breaking news just announced today and what they mean for Nano Dimension and its share price. Guys, I'm not going to drag this out any longer. We all know that Nano Dimension has been raising a lot of money in recent times. A couple of weeks ago, they raised $180 million, selling 30 million shares for a price of $6 each. And investors thought that that would be the last time they issued more shares in a long time. But no, guys, they just did it again. This time they issued more than 33 million shares, but instead of $6 each, they are selling these shares for $7.5 each, meaning that in the end, this share offering will get them $250 million, leading to NNDM probably having at least $600 million in cash right now. We'll talk more about what this cash can be used for later, but first let's take a closer look at the share offering itself and what it means for the Nano Dimension share price. This is a so-called direct share offering as opposed to a public one, so it is various institutions and investment funds buying these new shares. And who knows, ARK Invest has been buying Nano Dimension stock almost on a daily basis at this point, so I would assume that they want to buy more now at these discounted prices. Just this single fact makes me feel better about this offering, since there are various financial institutions moving around tons of money with professional analysts working for them that are willing to buy up $250 million worth of shares in Nano Dimension. So they clearly believe in this company. Now, unfortunately, it is almost inevitable that Nano Dimension stock goes down directly after this share offering being announced, mainly due to two reasons. Firstly, when Nano Dimension themselves decide that their shares can be sold for $7.5 each, that will give a small signal to the market that this is a good share price and that anything much higher could be overvalued. Personally, I disagree with this thinking, since almost all additional share offerings any company makes are done at a discount to look attractive to the financial institutions, but still it usually leads to a drop. And the second reason is just purely due to supply and demand, since the actual value of a company doesn't fluctuate that quickly. Adding a bunch of new shares in the mix without actually increasing the market cap of the company will directly lead to each share being worth less. This is known as share dilution and happens a lot with companies that are trying to raise more money. But guys, this does not mean that share dilution is a bad thing. If the $250 million in cash that Nano Dimension is raising can generate hundreds of millions of dollars in the future, then I would happily accept my shares being worth less in the short term. Apparently, investors thought this was the case when Tesla issued new shares because it actually went up in share price directly on the news. So do I think this share offering will lead to Nano Dimension generating more money and increasing their share price in the future? I really think so. I think they have something huge in the making, and I don't think the various financial institutions would be willing to buy shares in this company if that wasn't the case. Now, as for what exactly, it is really impossible to tell, sadly. I've heard many people speculate if they are preparing for a merger or an acquisition, and I also have a feeling that this is in the making right now. Otherwise, I see no reason for why they would want to raise $250 million in additional cash when they already have hundreds of millions of dollars in the bank. Also, when it comes to the actual operations of this company, I just love what they are doing right now. For those who don't know, this company provides 3D printing machines that can be used with semiconductors and other advanced electronics. Their technology is really one of a kind and completely different from their competitors. Through really good software and AI technology, they can actually bridge that gap between drawing and virtually creating your designed component in the software to actually physically printing it out. They also have a very low market cap in relation to just how big of a market they will be operating in the future. Even after the recent run-up, they are barely above $1 billion in market cap. This is really low when you 1. Look at how much Nano Dimension was affected by the economic downturn of this year, and 2. when you consider that the global 3D printing market is estimated to be worth around $3 billion in just 5 years. Right now, Nano Dimension is mostly working in the aerospace and defense industries along with various academic applications, but the potential here is really endless in my opinion. Right now, 99% of the world's hearing aids are made and customized to perfection through 3D printing. But in the future, everything from pacemakers and various implants to knee and hip replacements can be made through the 3D printing technology. And guys, as I said earlier, the academic institutions are also making more and more use of these 3D printers, and very soon I think this will be a course in itself. Apart from this, there are an infinite number of applications in manufacturing and construction. There are also so many components and parts that would benefit from being customized through 3D printing that it makes me wonder just how big this market can become in the future. And guys, Cathie Woods, the CEO of ARK Invest, totally agrees with this, saying in a recent webinar along with another analyst from ARK Invest, Tasha Keeney, that Nano Dimension is very unique and that there is nobody else doing what they are doing. The way they bridge the gap between virtual design and actual physical printing with the help of AI technology should really set them apart from all the others. So friends, in short, I think the additional $250 million worth of shares will be put to good use so that they will manage to generate enough value to compensate for the share dilution. So how am I personally reacting to this with my NNDM shares? Honestly, I think this dip can be used as an opportunity to pick up some more shares. As long as the long-term perspective is there, I feel good about owning this stock and I am expecting great things in the future. As always though guys, if you do decide to buy an NNDM stock, remember that there's always quite some risk involved with investments like this, and make sure to diversify your portfolio and own many different stocks so you spread your risks while maintaining this massive upside potential. And even though I'm obviously bullish on Nano Dimension, make sure to do your own research on the stock and make your own decisions, since I am not a financial advisor. I am just stating my opinion here. And with that, I want to conclude today's video. If you are new here, by the way, my name is Sam and welcome to the channel. Here I talk about various different growth stocks and just my opinions on them. And I mainly like to focus on disruptive and innovative companies that I think have a high potential in the future. And Nano Dimension is a great example of this. But anyways, if you enjoyed this particular video, then please click that like button. It helps the video reach out to more people, supports my channel more than you can imagine, and just helps people see the case of Nano Dimension and the pros and cons of it. Also, if you watched all the way to this point and if you enjoyed the content, of course, very important, then why not subscribe to the channel and join our rapidly growing community. I appreciate all your support. And I've said this so many times, but we're actually getting to 10,000 subscribers in just a couple days, and I'm just so stoked about it. Thank you so much, guys. As always, thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of your day.